Donald Trump is blaming George Bush for the 9/11 attacks. Oh, what's this? See, every time Benito Trump comes up with something that takes a lot of, what's the word I'm looking for? I was thinking about it takes a lot of balls to say, but no. It takes a lot of courage to say no. Since Trump is such a loudmouth and has no restrictions on him because he's not really a member of any political party, he can say what he wants, right? So occasionally Trump comes up with a truth. And what he said today in an interview with Bloomberg News, Trump was asked how he would, I don't know where these questions come from, but how he would demonstrate compassion. Where do these questions come from? During a crisis such as a hurricane or attacks on the World Trade Center. How would you demonstrate compassion? Jesus H. Christ, where does this go? And this is on what, CNBC, I think? Was it on CNBC? No, it's Bloomberg. How would you demonstrate? Oh, my God. Trump said he has more heart and is more competent than the leaders who dealt with those particular tragedies, like Hurricane Sandy or Superstorm, whatever the hell it was. He then criticized Bush. Trump said, quote, "When you talk about George Bush, I mean, say what you want. The World Trade Center came down during his time," end quote. And I saw the video clip, and the interviewer, the woman from Bloomberg, was just shocked. Shocked, I tell you. Are you blaming the president? Or some such nonsense. And Trump answered, well, he was president, okay? The World Trade Center came down during his reign.
Help us understand who Donald Trump is as a man. I need to know that you will make us feel safe and you will make us feel proud.
I think I have a bigger heart than all of them. I think I'm much more competent than all of them. When you talk about George Bush, I mean, say what you want. The World Trade Center came down during his time. If you look at Sandy Hook,
you can't blame George Bush for that.
He was president, okay? Don't blame him or don't blame him, but he was president. The World Trade Center came down during his reign.
And Jeb, of course, just lost it. He just peed his pants. He just went berserk when he heard that somebody had the absolute temerity to suggest that his war criminal, murderous goddamn brother was responsible through his incompetence and his willingness to be manipulated by the PNAC crowd for the tragedy in New York. Jeb went nuts too, yeah. He said, where's the quote? I forget what he said. I don't have the quote in front of me. I really don't care. Suffice it to say that Jeb, lost his lunch when he heard about, what? The thing that always gets me, though, and it goes without challenge until some freak like Trump comes along, goes without challenge on the national stage, and that is every single time some Republican rat bastard says, well, George Bush kept us safe. What? He did not. George Bush and his administration committed an evil with the invasion of Iraq that is going to haunt this country for generations. I mean, what they did in Iraq and what the United States has been doing for 75 years to the Palestinians is why we are where we are right now with all this chaos. That was Bush. Bush kept us safe. Bush arguably set us up. Bush and his criminal administration set us up for the worst of all possible worlds, the Middle East aflame, the rise of 3 or 4 different terror organizations by the broadest definition of such, and people still have the ignorance and the stupidity to suggest that George W. Bush kept us safe? Jesus Christ, every time I hear that, I I just go, like I just did, partially berserk.